I want you to get up right now. Get up, go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore. Things have got to change.
How many stations does this go out?
You've got to get mad.
67.
You've got to say,
Now, there's an incredible dynamic to this. As we pull this down, this was the Newsroom, 1977. I've never seen the full movie. Obviously, that clip is famous. I was channeling that movie earlier, but there's an interesting dynamic to this where that actually, if you watch that, what does that remind you of? That actually reminds you of the crazed, now liberal press and Democrat Party that's trying to channel that genuine anger and resent towards the government. And they're trying to channel that to the unknowing sheeple out there that don't understand why they have this resentment, don't understand why they have this anger. They know that they've been trampled on. They know that they're being held back, but they don't understand it. They can't see it. And so finally, mainstream news and the Democrats are saying, okay, yeah, you've been upset all these years. It's Trump's fault. It's Trump's policies. It's Trump. It's Trump. It's Trump. So there's this genuine harboring of anger and resentment towards a truly despicable and corrupt government, but they've never understood it. They've never gotten it. And here's the thing. The people that have that tuned into InfoWars and understood it, and that's what resonated. That's why InfoWars was so big. But now the left is using that same dichotomy, but twisting it and false flagging it and projecting it onto Trump. So the corruption, the issues, the anger, the resentment, the grievances are all real. But because the average American was confused and disoriented and didn't understand where to direct that anger, all of a sudden the propaganda media kicked in and they took the confused sheeple and they projected all that hatred towards Trump. And so now the genuine resentment, the genuine hostility towards the corrupt government, now because of the fake mainstream news and media, projects it to Trump. And so the brainwashed sheeple follow the flashing light and get angry at Trump. And they don't even realize it's the Pied Piper leading them to their destruction. It's the Pied Piper that wound you up. It's the Pied Piper that screwed you over. It's the Pied Piper that lied to you. So that's the amazing dynamic where the real waking up of America via the media is InfoWars. And now the mainstream media has realized this, twisted it, stolen it, and now projects it at Trump. That's incredible. And it's all summarized there in that one clip. All right, we've got a couple more callers to get here. I want to clear the lines out before we sign off here in just 6 minutes. Let's go to Jason in New Mexico. Go ahead, Jason.
Thank you for taking my call. Man, what you just said, you're a genius. That just basically crystallized the last 2 years. They took that hate that we have built up for the disgust of the lies, the swamp, the media just attacking us daily with their nonsense, and they turned it against Trump, the one person who wants to do good for us, who wants to represent the people. But for all my info warriors that's mad as hell and don't want to take it anymore, go to a search engine and look this up. It's a PDF. It's called Understanding the Executor Office. I called it in before and tried to explain that we are the United East States of America, and that's why the major thing that Trump did by killing the death tax or the estate tax was to truly start to free us from this tyranny. And also with the bill coming up about the medical device tax and all this stuff about Obamacare, he's seeing that, yes, we have truly been under oppression from a tyrannical government. And like what you just said, crystallize it. They turned that hate, that distrust that we have in the media and the government, they projected on Trump. And we're all, I'm lost, I'm confused, but our independence is held in knowing that we are truly the executors of our estate, which is in America. Now, that's very deep. Just go look up the document, read it. It's about 36 pages, very informational. I wouldn't suggest doing any of those actions, but I created my own province because I followed the law of the province of William Penn. And that's the original. I mean, this stuff is historical, but you're a genius, man. You hit it.
Well, and the most incredible thing is, I went out last week to shoot a man on the street with Savannah Hernandez, and she's still new and she's still learning. And so she couldn't really hammer this home like I would have, but it really doesn't matter because you still caught it. So we go out. This is after television is saying, you know, Trump betrayed America by siding with Putin and not the American intelligence agencies. So here's what you do to just show them how they've been brainwashed. You say, and if you would have asked anyone this 5 years ago or 10 years ago or 20 years ago, they all would have said the same thing. Do you believe the FBI is corrupt? Yes. Do you believe the CIA is corrupt? Yes. Have intelligence agencies lied to get us into war in the past? Yes. Pretty much any American, I'd say 90%, you can even look at the own poll numbers that would prove, yes, every American feels that way. So what we did was, and again, Savannah's still in training and we kind of went off on other jags, but this is all you had to do was say, do you trust the CIA? No. Do you trust the FBI? No. Do you agree intelligence agencies have lied to get us into war? Yes. And then you twist it because you know that they want to hate Trump and you say, so if you were Trump, would you trust the intelligence agencies? Boom. Then they're trapped. Then everything in their head kicks into gear because they're just like, oh, wait, my entire mindset has just been shattered because I don't trust the intelligence agencies. I don't trust the FBI. I know the CIA lies. And so you say, well, should President Trump? And then it's like, and then they like have this moment in their head and they're like, oh, crap. Oh, gosh. Oh, wow. I don't trust him. Why should Trump? But you know what? Screw it. I'm sticking to my Trump hate. Trump should trust him. That dirty, rotten scoundrel, he should trust him. Oh, but you just said you didn't trust him. I don't care. Trump's worse. So it's like even when they face it, it's like they still can't face it. It's really incredible. Jason, thank you so much for calling in. Call in again sometime and maybe talk more about that and explain it more in detail. But, you know, there's another angle to this where there's like the left-right paradigm and then conspiracy theory paradigm. And that's how they try to separate everyone into their little subgroups. You're right, you're left, you're conspiracy theorist. No, there's fact, there's truth, there's reality, and then there's emotion, feeling, and lies. Where do you fall on that? Stay classy, Info Warriors.